Tommy? The champ almost died drinking water. Oh man, Mr. Rodriguez, what's happening? Striving to be set apart. What's good, my Bama brother? What's up, man? It actually it feels good to see whenever I go live how many people jump in. What's up, Sam? That's incredible, man, that this thing fills up. As soon as I turned it on, it jumped all the way up to 9 viewers. I'm at 8 right now, but Henry Garcia, what's good? As soon as the video started or the live stream started, I was drinking some water. Robert Chung, yo, what's up, bro? What's up, man? I was drinking some water and I started checking. You know how you gulp it down kind of fast and it go down wrong. Russell, what's up, man? What's going on? Eric Schmidt, what's going on? David Sanchez live and direct with the beard, the bearded wonder. What's happening? Thumbnails, LOL. All right, so this is a live stream. It's really much to do about nothing. I do have one thing I did want to bring up because I got it a few days ago. Excuse me, at Bell's, and I think in certain cities it's called Burke's Outlet, but here it's called Bell's. It's almost the equivalent of TJ Maxx. It's probably just like a lower budget. You don't find a lot of brand name stuff. You find like that off-brand jeans and maybe some Levi's and stuff like that, but they do sell fragrances in there. They sell shampoos, they sell lotions, body wash, beard stuff. Same stuff most of these other places sell. But I picked this up, and I actually first saw this. It was brought to my attention when Ashton from Gent Sense talked about it. And I was in the store a couple of days ago, and I ran into it, and they literally had it sitting on the shelf, no cellophane, no tape on it. It's just sitting there, two boxes of it. So I picked up one, and it was like $4, which I don't think was a waste because Ashton said that it smells good. You don't get the oud in this, but you do get the vanilla. And hey, bruh, I got the Maple Mayhem on the way. Want to see what it's about? Yeah, you about to, and you better make sure you go easy on the trigger. Don't spray too much of that, man, because it is very sweet. It smells just like maple syrup, and I got a lot of compliments when I wore it. I actually did. I think like maybe 5 or 6 sprays of it, and it was cool. Yeah, I think it is the equivalent to DD's also, but the fragrance I found is from Axe, and y'all know me. I don't talk about body sprays. I don't even buy body sprays and stuff like that. But to each his own. I mean, if people out there like it, then hey, I love it. Trey Songz. I keep saying Trey Songz. Trey Sense. He actually is a big advocate for body sprays and the more inexpensive, cheaper stuff, Adidas, stuff like that. Things you can just lounge around in, whatever. I personally, I don't see myself buying that kind of stuff just to have. That's just my personal thing. I'm not knocking Trey for what he does. That's his personal thing. That's just not what I do. But this one I did smell in store and I wanted to buy it, and it's interesting to me. I like it. To some, it may just smell like a basic vanilla fragrance, and which is not all of that, but it does smell nice. And I actually have it on tonight, and it smells good. It is Axe Daily Fragrance. It is signature oud wood and dark vanilla. Um, Aaron says, "LOL, body sprays sound like a waste of my pennies." Depends on how you look at it. I mean, um, personally speaking, I don't buy them. This is probably the first one I've ever bought, and it's probably the last one. But I actually do like this, and I am going to give it some wearing. Um, it actually doesn't spray like a body spray. You know how those body sprays, you spray it and it's this doesn't spray like that. This is actually pump action like that. So it smells nice. I like it. So shout out to Ashton from Gent Sense for reviewing this some time back. Guess their body spray. I use it for when I get out the shower at night. If you use it, it's not aware, I guess. Henry Garcia, I think the Dior Sauvage has a body spray. Yeah, they do. Axe and Bod has some good scents. You would be surprised. Yeah, I've heard. Like I said, Trey Sense is a big advocate for body sprays, and he says that most of the time he wears body sprays and stuff like that. His wife usually gives him more comments off of those than the actual colognes, and he has a pretty extensive collection. My wife likes it when laying down. Been seeing a lot of English Laundry body sprays. I haven't seen any English Laundry body sprays, to be honest. I just see the colognes all the time. How long have you been collecting? How big is your collection? I've only been in this about a year, I think. And it might have been a little over a year, but it's around a year. And my collection, it got all the way up to well over 300 bottles. And then, I just, a lot of that stuff was redundant buying. In my personal opinion, a lot of that stuff smelled the same. A lot of freshies, a lot of fruity fragrances. And I just got tired of having the same old stuff. So I started offloading. I started trading, selling. I was trading fragrances, trying to trade up in designer fragrances. Let's see. Hey, bro, ever smelled Issey Miyagi Intense? Want to hear your views on it? No, I have not. I'm not a huge fan of Issey Miyagi, to be honest with you. I have, I think, two. The only two that I did keep that actually perform well on me. Well, one of them performs well on me. The other one doesn't, but it smells good. And I can use that for a date night or something like that. But for the most part, no, I haven't smelled the Issey Miyagi Intense. But if you have it and you send me a decant of it, then I'll be more than willing to give you my take on it. Eric Smith 300. Wow. 300 is not really a lot. Reviewers out there who have well over that. I think Trey says he has like over 1,000, if I'm not mistaken. There are a lot of other people out there who've been doing this longer than me. My cutoff point was 365. I was going to do one for every day of the year, so I don't smell the same. I don't like wearing the same fragrance over and over and over. Some people do have a signature scent. I'm one of those guys who doesn't have a signature scent. It just, I don't like smelling the same over and over and over. I think it gets redundant to some people. Like I said, I got a coworker who wears Invictus and Invictus Intense all the time, and it does get played out after a while. So, um, and I also have those two, and I can't even wear them to work because he wears his. So, but 300 is not that many. There are some subscribers, reviewers who have well over 300. But my cutoff was 365, and I never made it to 365. I just started offloading stuff. So, this might sound. I've heard a few people say that. I never got into. Only diesel that I have is what's the name? Diesel Plus Plus, and it actually kind of smells like Shell Allure Sport to me. I don't know what other people think about it, but I actually like that one. It's pretty inexpensive fragrance. Is Versace a good brand perfume? Versace itself, I don't know about Versace. I've never heard of that, but the just regular Versace, they have some pretty good fragrances. They don't get talked about a lot, but yeah, they are pretty decent. I know Versace Man Fresh, Versace Man, Dylan Blue, Pour Homme. There's some others I can't think of right offhand, but there are a lot of good Versaces out there. I've seen Cambridge Light and Signature body sprays at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. That's what's up. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not big on body sprays, but hey, Centaur fragrance. Hey, my friend, what's up, man? I was actually gonna do a live last night. I was trying to be respectful and not do it while you were doing yours, even though we don't have all the same subscribers, and it probably wouldn't have interfered much. But I was trying to show some respect, man, and let you have that moment, and that's why I did mine tonight. So big ups to you. I did stick around and watch the majority of your live. Excuse me. A lot of the fragrance that you talked about, or not just you, but most reviewers talk about, sometimes I don't tune into because a lot of that stuff I can't afford to buy. And there's no need for me really to even stick around and listen to a lot of that stuff. I can't afford it. And some of it just doesn't appeal to me, as far as your nose is a little bit more tame than mine, refined, I should say. And a lot of things that you may find interesting, I may not. So I do show my support when I can. So that's why I did my live now and not last night. I agree. It's not a huge amount for a reviewer. Yeah, it's really not. 300. It actually looked, when I had everything, on my counter and on my shelf, it looked like it was a lot. Like I had on my dresser, it was 3 high. And if you go back and look at some of my older videos, you will see that it's overwhelming to be in that small room, because I live in an extended stay hotel, and it's overwhelming to have that much stuff and not room. I was knocking shit over all the time. I couldn't hook up my son would come and stay the weekend with me or whatever, and we want to play the game. I have to move all these fragrances out the middle just to put the Xbox One on the dresser so we can hook it up. Like, it was too much. What about Guess Seductive? Which one? Because the two that I know of, there's a black top and there's a blue top. Both of them are actually good if you like sweet fragrances. The black one, there are people, subscribers, who can't usually find some of these fragrances in their areas. And when they reached out to me and I had them, I just either traded, sold, or gave them away. But they aren't bad fragrances. If you're looking for inexpensive, sweet fragrances, they're not bad. I don't want to wear the same stuff over and over either. Yeah, I heard not a subscriber, but I heard a reviewer say that a man isn't supposed to smell the same every day. And up here it kind of resonated with me, and I was like, wow, that's what's up. And so when I started my journey, well, I was already into the journey, but when I actually got, the wheels turning in my journey, um, that was my number, 365. To get 300, and well, I should account for leap year, but 365 was my cutoff. And somewhere along the line, I guess, um, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Me and Trey Sense talked about this earlier, and I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Um, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Um, Damn, I'm having brain fart right now. AC Miyagi scents are an acquired taste. I haven't acquired that taste. Um, they smell good. I think my main issue with Issey Miyagi is they don't perform well. They don't last long. The only one that I have that lasts is the Issey Miyagi was it Old Fresh, or it's in that big ass bottle. I can't remember the name of it, but that's the only one I have that really performs off of my skin. I had the blue bottle with the silver cap. I had that one. I didn't like it. It to me it smelled more along the lines of Dolce and Gabbana, the one. I'm not the one. Dolce and Gabbana light blue. It was along that line, and I didn't like light blue. It was too powdery for me. Um, so that's one reason why I didn't like Issey Miyagi. What I was saying though, the little fellow from Chaos Fragrance. um, I don't know if any of you were around when me and him. Well, I actually was having words with him. He really didn't even too much respond. He just trolled the shit out of me by making these videos, by going. A lot of us smaller reviewers we go to TJ Maxx, Ross, places like that, Marshalls, and I guess he didn't see the purpose in going to those stores. But on the back end, the fragrances that we were buying at the rack stores are some of the same fragrances that he sells on his website, which that kind of ticked me off a little bit. Like, why talk down on us for going to the rack stores, but then you're selling the same fragrances? And something else he said that, he was in that same breath that, why keep buying those cheapies when your taste is going to change and then you're going to want to move up and you got all this stuff that you can't get rid of. Well, I took a personal offense to that, and I kind of proved him wrong because, and this is not about right or wrong, but I did offload every single fragrance that I was looking to get rid of in my collection and just keep, the mid or higher tier designer stuff. Some of what he said, yes, it became true. So I can give him credit for that. Yes, he was right for the most part. But I haven't dabbed into niche or indie, and nor do I want to because I can't afford it. Now, if I had the coin to say I hit the lottery, tax money, or, I get a better paying job that I can afford to splurge like that, then yeah, I would do it. But I don't have the urge to. So therein lies the problem with me. Some of us have what you would call more willpower than others. It's fragrance reviews. Hey y'all, what's up? Centaur fragrance. I think I have to tap out at 100 myself. Just watching your videos, man, the way you talk about fragrance, it just seems like you have well over 100. I don't know how many exactly do you have right now, but Sam Broom says he think he's around 450. I actually had my eyes on that diesel. Guess Seductive Blue is my favorite from Guess. That's what's up. Sam Broom says, Big Ben, what's up? Russell, that's because you're banging it out of the park, Sam. Aaron 94, I like Only the Brave better than Azaro Wanted. I haven't smelled Only the Brave. Azaro Wanted to me is a pretty good fragrance, which is one reason why I got rid of 1 Million Lucky, because they are almost, to my nose, similar. There's a slight difference, but to me, they were too similar in sweetness. The notes were different, but the sweetness to me was about the same. So I just picked what I thought was the better of the two and got rid of one. Versace Arrows is good. Arrows gets a lot of hate now. I like Arrows. I actually like Arrows Flame, but I was disappointed when it first came out and I got my nose on it, because with the name Arrows Flame, you would think it was going to be spicy or, and it wasn't. It just seemed like a more toned down version of Arrows. So I didn't buy Arrows Flame. But I do have Arrows, and I like Arrows. I don't understand the hate, but Aaron 94, you're going to do a year-end compliment list. Maybe. That's an idea. Hey, Benjamin, it's the Bat Cave, LOL. Centaur, I appreciate that. Sam Broom, what I have is more than enough, and I want to downsize. Yeah, what I have right now, I don't even know what the count is on mine. I know I can't be at 300. I can't be, because it doesn't even look like I have that many, and my shelf is the only thing that's full, and I have rows and rows of fragrances on my shelf. I do have a few still on my dresser, people sending me stuff, or whatever, but for the most part, my shelf is cool. I have a lot of high-end designer stuff that I love and I want to keep. I do have some things that I want to trade or get rid of, and I have one guy right now who wants to trade me something, and I have to do a video on what I have that I'm willing to get rid of, and maybe we can make this trade. But yeah. Centaur, I know I'm getting into the weird ouds. Man, oud for me is hard to get into. I don't know if you saw one of my reviews. I think it was last week sometime I did. I can't remember what the fragrance was, but it was a oud something. And that was the hardest day to get through with. My friend, I sprayed that shit on when I was at the house before we went to work, and she did not like it. And I was regretting spraying it on, but to give you guys the content, I powered through it. And I gave my review, and I didn't like it at all. Now, there are some ouds, if they're not the dominant note, I may be able to deal with, but that wasn't one of them. Russell, I have been thinking about downsizing too. I mean, if I had the room, I probably would have kept the majority of the stuff I had. I don't have space like you guys have. Y'all have houses, you have apartments. I'm in a little bitty box, probably about the size of this fucking office if I turn the camera around. It's very small. And I just don't have the room for it. And I don't want to have too much stuff, and then, people come and tell me I can't have all of it. It's some kind of hazard, or, what I'm saying, if something catches on fire and I got all this shit in here, So... Sent Quest, I do that to keep what I care about. Exactly. Henry Garcia, how's your quarterback backup? No Tua. I personally don't have any faith in the backup quarterback, because he got put in the game when Tua got hurt, and I don't even think we scored after that. If we did, it was like a field goal or something like that. I don't have faith in him, so I think our season is pretty much down the drain. But I'm not upset about it. People go on Facebook and whatever and talk trash and say Alabama fans need to take whatever. I take it on the chin and keep moving. It's always next year. I didn't expect us to win every year, even though it seemed like it. And people are so excited now that, we're pretty much probably out of the race for another championship. But, whatever. It is what it is. What do you think about Ferragamo Aqua Essenziale? Those Ferragamos are pretty decent. I've had them. I didn't keep them. I traded them or sold them to people. They're okay. To me, most of that stuff is redundant buys. If you have, one aquatic, you pretty much got them all unless they have something different, added to it. Just like freshies. I don't want a whole bunch of the same freshies. Like Chanel Allure Sport O Extreme kind of has similar scent to something like Nautica Voyage with the sweetness aspect of it. And there's no need for me to keep both of those. I just keep the one that I think performs better, and I keep it moving, even though I still have Nautica Voyage. But those Ferragamos are not bad. And for somebody just getting into the fragrance game and you want to test the waters, yeah, get them. They're inexpensive, $15-$20 for a 50 or 100 ml bottle. Go for it. You're not losing anything. I would much rather spend $20 or $15 on a fragrance and it not perform or not like it than for you to go out and spend $400 on a niche and it don't perform or you don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would hurt. That's why I don't really get into niche and indie and all that stuff. I just, as far as price, it's not to me worth it. A lot of that stuff is very challenging and hard to deal with. And I'm pretty sure Centaur can attest to some of that. He's into some of that niche and indie stuff. And I watched some of his videos and he tells us straight up, a lot of that stuff is challenging. Zach Covington, to the side and watch. Underrated channel, deserves some love. That's what's up. Any compliments on Zaharoff signature pour on? Personally, I haven't worn it yet. I did wear that decant that I got first before I got the actual bottle. I like the fragrance a lot. It's well put together, I think. It does have a little bit of a barbershop aspect, and I know a lot of people aren't really into barbershop fragrances, but I like it a lot. It has that hint of sweetness, and I'm a sucker for sweet fragrances. So I did tell him that I was going to wear it, so I may wear it tomorrow just to get some wearing and see what happens. But when I wore the decant, I don't think I got any compliments, so it is what it is. I have a love-hate relationship with the original Issey Miyagi for men. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Issey Miyagi, to be honest. Like I said before, I've stated that in other videos. Just the performance aspect for me, it doesn't. I thought Low DC smelled very feminine. Kinda, yeah. Scent Quest Dallas. Yeah, that's who I was talking about. I'm not trying to get all back into that, whatever it was. I just unsubscribed from his channel and just kept it moving. I don't have time for, people trolling and stuff like that. Like, we were talking about TJ Maxx, Ross, and stuff like that, and he's going to the Dollar Tree picking up fragrances. Like, that's where we were shopping at. Why won't you just go to TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls and it's the same stuff he was selling on his website? That's where I had the main issue with him. I can admit that he was right. Yeah, my scent palette did change as far as dealing with fragrances. He was dead right on that. I'm man enough to admit that, but don't throw stones and then turn around and hide your hand. Nobody was talking about going to the Dollar Tree and buying those cheap dollar-ass fragrances that you spray on, and it may smell like Blue Day Chanel for like 3 seconds, and then after that, you don't smell nothing. That's not what we were talking about. We're talking about Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Burlington, places like that. Don't talk down about those places that people like me shop just because you have those same fragrances on your website that you jack the price up on to sell to other people. That's not right. But anyway, Um, Eric Schmidt, it's definitely unisex. Um, what do you think about Ferragamo Aqua Essenziale? I just said that I like it. I didn't keep it. The Ferragamo. I do have some Ferragamos, but those the blue, the Essenziale and all that stuff. The what's the other one that the I can't think of the other one. I didn't keep none of those though. Big Beard Business goes to Ross. So what he's saying? Uh, Big Beard Business and Scent Nation are the two who actually started me going to the rack stores and looking for fragrances and recording. So if it wasn't for those two, I wouldn't even be going to the rack stores and recording stuff like that. So shout out to them. I don't watch that much of their business videos anymore either because they're up there. They make money. They got good jobs. I'm just the average guy. I'm not one of them guys who make seven figures and stuff like that. I make like 20 something to 30 something $1,000 a year. Maybe 35 depending on both of these jobs put together. I don't make enough to sustain the lifestyle that they sustain. So I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. He says weird stuff like that. I noticed. Yeah, lots of cheap stuff I would never wear. Only buy it to smell it once or twice. I mean, it happens. When I first got into the game, I was out there. I was running back and forth to the store. Every dollar I got in my pocket, I was running to the store trying to find something. And after a while, it got to a point where I was just looking at my collection and I was like, man, this is massive. But a lot of this stuff is the same stuff over and over and over, just, different name on it. So I just started downsizing. And yes, like I said, he was right. Simple as that. He was right. A lot of that stuff I bought, I wasn't wearing. It definitely wasn't hard to offload at all. He was saying that it was going to be hard to get rid of or sell. Yes, he was right. I did have to lower the price on some of that stuff. I had to package and bundle some things. Yeah, he was right about that also. But I got rid of it. So it is what it is, man. I mean, kudos to him for being right about that. I mean, if he want a cookie, then I'll give him some, but whatever. What do you think about why is this popping up over and over and over? Ferragamo Aqua Essenziale. I just talked about that twice already. Talk about Azzaro Wanted by Night. I've smelled that one in Ulta and in Belks, and I like it a lot. It kind of reminds me of 1 Million Privé, just not as sweet. It also reminds me of Azzaro. No, it's a Mont Blanc. What's that Mont Blanc one? I can't think of the name of it. It kind of reminds me of that, but it's pretty good. I like it. I just don't own it yet. See what time it is. 9:50. I have 60 or so bottles. I have 20 or so decants, and have bought a lot of samples. Me and you need to link up, Ben. Seriously, maybe I can get my hands on some decants from you, some stuff that give my opinion. If you're down for that, let me know and we can hook up. Russell says Flame is really good. Yeah, I've smelled it and I like it. I just don't want to buy it because it seems redundant to me because it smells like just a toned down version of Arrows. Scent Quest, hit the thumbs up. Definitely hit them thumbs up, man. We got 15 viewers and 11 thumbs up. So we need, 4 more? I didn't like Arrow's Flame either, and I agree Arrow's always does good. I do hear people talk about reformulation though. Yeah, I don't know about reformulation, but it does get a lot of hate. A lot of people hate on it. It's one of those clubbing type fragrances. It does get cloying if you wear it in the heat, which is why you don't wear it in the heat. You wear it when it's cool, fall and winter. To me, I don't see why somebody would spray that on and go into a club and then sweat and your body heats up and it's gonna get cloying, and whoever you're next to isn't gonna think too highly of it. Only smelled Ferragamo Black. I didn't like that one too much. Yeah, I like it. Some people don't. Some people hate it now because their, taste has changed. I've said this in several videos. There are fragrances that the top tier reviewers used to hype up and talk about a lot, especially when I first jumped in the game. People were still talking about Mont Blanc fragrances. They were talking about Ferragamo. They were talking about all kinds of different fragrances, and now all of a sudden people are saying that they smell synthetic, they smell generic, they smell like dryer sheets now, and like I don't understand, like, why ruin the experience for up and coming people who are looking to get in the fragrance game when these are the same fragrances that you guys were just hyping up like not too long ago. I don't understand that. But that's just my personal opinion. Sam Broom, I have a great idea and I'll share it with you off the record. That's what's up. I get with you. Carlton Fragrance, Ed Hardy Love and Luck is my most complimented fragrance, $15. Yeah, man. Somebody just not too long ago bought me another bottle of it because I did a video. I found a gift set and it had Love and Luck and the one with the tiger on it. I can't remember the name of that one. And I was doing a review, and if you want to see it, go back and watch it. I was doing a review, and I missed and knocked Love and Luck off the shelf. Not the shelf, but off the table where I was sitting, and it shattered. And the the look on my face, the reaction that I gave was priceless. That was a funny video. You need to go back and watch that. But yeah, I like Love and Luck. I think that's one of the ones that kind of reminds you of Millesime Imperial a little bit. Some people get it, some people don't. I get it because I have a sample of Millesime Imperial, and it does kind of also smell like Unforgivable by Sean John. So, and I share with a few other reviewers. Sam Broom, you can always jump on the Clemson Tigers bandwagon. No, I cannot. We talked about that one time before. It's roll tide forever here. Just talked about the same topic on my last video. Picked up Ferragamo AE for $9.99 on clearance at Marshall's. It wasn't bad. Bought one for my brother and nephew for Christmas. That's what's up. Tommy says, how do you feel about Nautica Classic? I've smelled it. I think I have it. It's a nice fragrance. I don't y'all gotta excuse me if it looks like something's in the corner of my mouth. It was dry and I yawned and it cracked right in the middle right there. So that's why I keep, licking my lip right there or trying to make sure it ain't nothing there. I have Nautica Classic. It's just, to me, it just smells basic. Once you smell other fragrances that are a little bit better in quality, it's just basic to me. Centaur fragrance, Individual. Yeah, Individual. It's some other ones too. I can't think of the names of them right now. It's a fragrance that has bamboo in it. From one of them houses. I can't think of the name of it. I don't think it was from Mont Blanc though. Was it Mont Blanc? I can't remember the name of it. It was like one or two other fragrances out there. Star Walker, yeah. That's one of them. They talked highly about that one. They ranted and raved about it. I actually went out and ordered it, and it smelled great to me. I like it. It's a great kind of clean fragrance, has a little bamboo, is calming, and now people talk trash about it. Emblem, I have Emblem. Uh, the one in the black bottle looks like a star figure or whatever. I have that one. It also kind of gives me that Chanel Allure Sport kind of vibe. Also, it's a pretty damn good fragrance, and people just trash it. Ferragamo Uomo is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I do a lot of cheapies. Have you found cheap coffee scent like black coffee, not the sweet stuff? I'm not big on coffee fragrances. I had Cure Cafe from Happy Land, and that just was not my style. I have Home for the Holidays, which does have a coffee vibe to it, but it did change. It has somebody's baking and stuff like that for the holidays. I like that one. Cure Cafe was just not for me. I don't know if I have something else that has coffee in it. I may have, but I'm not sure. But I'm not big on coffee fragrances. MG Fitness Lifestyle. What up, G? How you doing? No work today. I've already done everything I was gonna do. That's why I waited till about 9 o'clock to do this live. I usually try to go ahead and knock out what I got to knock out and then come do that. Centaur, yeah, we will have to trade some decants. That would be great. Indeed. I have to get some decant bottles though. I don't have any. Damn, those always hurt. Aloe vera might help. Yeah, it's crazy. And then it didn't do it on just one side, it did it on both sides. This one is healed up, but this one I can still notice every now and then it heals up, and then I talk or yawn or stretch or eat something and it splits again. What Michael Kors fragrance you had before that you liked? I think you said it didn't. No, it didn't. I had Extreme Night. That's the only Michael Kors fragrance that I ever bought from TJ Maxx, and it smelled great. It just didn't last. The same thing happened to me when I bought what was it? Jimmy Choo Man. I paid $30 something for that, and I sprayed it on before coming here to this job one day. It was some months back. By the time I left my place and pulled into the parking lot, it was gone. And I've heard other people say that other fragrances from Jimmy Choo perform better. That just ruined it for me, and I'm not gonna waste any more money on buying stuff like that. Not from Jimmy Choo. Not I can't do it. Gucci Bamboo. I have never smelled that one, so I can't speak on that one. Tommy, I'm trying to get my 11-year-olds on fragrances. What would I start them off with? Honestly, if they're not into fragrances right now, I would not spend a significant amount of money. I wouldn't even spend $20. You can find some fragrances like if you got a city trend, you might be able to find some fragrances in there, like some Cubas. They run you about $4, $5 to $7, $8. $10 at Walmart, you can get the new craze that's out. What is it? The Alabama Moons came out. You can get a gift set for like $14, $15. Those are nice. They don't last as long. Perfect for school. They can spray it on and go to school. It'll last for a little while. They can reapply, during the break or whatever. You can also get them something like Nautica Voyage, Nautica. I wouldn't go out and spend a significant amount of money on, like my son isn't really into fragrance, but he comes to my house and he picks out certain things that he likes. Like, I think he came and took Polo, what was it? The US Polo Blaze or Ignite, one of the two. He took that. I gave him one of my Lacoste. I think it was Lacoste Red. He liked that one. From the L1212 line, stuff like that. I don't go out and buy him like Prada or stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it, and he's not even gonna really wear it, or he's not gonna he gonna lose it or give it to somebody or something like that. So just find them something cheap, man, and see how it goes. And if it works for them, then you can bump up and go get a $20, $25 fragrance or whatever. But I wouldn't go spend $70, $80, $90 for something, and it's just a waste of money. Mont Blanc Emblem, I like too. Yes. Centaur Givenchy Play has some coffee. I've heard that. I don't have that one though. Thoughts of George Zaharoff. Been wanting to try Signature Poem. Everybody talks about it. I'm gonna tell you something. And y'all know how I am. I'm always honest about everything that I say. A lot of people who have gotten that fragrance from George are blowing smoke up people's ass, because most of the time people just want to get free shit just to get it, and they won't tell you that, and they will keep kissing ass to keep getting stuff. Personally speaking, I like the fragrance. Even if he didn't give me a full bottle of it, I had the decant and I loved it then. And if he don't send me nothing else, it wouldn't bother me. I just wanted equality for everybody is what I was looking for. Like, I didn't understand why certain people were getting stuff, and like one for one, I was being left out. And I know somebody got on my ass before and said they didn't like the fact that a grown man was whining and complaining about what somebody else has got. I was just looking for equality. That's all. I put in just as much work as anybody else, and it just felt like I was being overlooked. But George looked out. He did gift me the bottle, and it is a nice fragrance. It really is. But you have to be into having that barbershop-y type smell. It has it in it. So if you're not in the barbershop, don't do it. But hey, you can probably get a decant from him, a sample or something. Try it out. See what happens. If you like it, go for it. If you don't, it is what it is. But honest opinion, I think a lot of people are just blowing smoke up people's asses just because they want free shit. Me personally, people can send me free stuff and I'm still going to give you my personal opinion. If I don't like it, Ashton from Gent Sense is the same way. People think that Ashton is going to go on and say, oh, this is great because such and such sent me something, or Cremo sent me this and it's the greatest ever or whatever. And he gives his true opinion. Personally speaking, to speak on Cremo, a lot of people like it. I'm not a fan of it. I have bergamot and musk. First time I smelled it, people were saying, oh, it smells like Creed Aventus. And when I smelled it, all I smelled was a bunch of damn chemicals. It don't smell like Creed Aventus to me. I'm sorry. And people are going to get butt hurt by me saying it, but that's my personal opinion. I don't get it. So it is what it is. Who you beefing with? I'm not beefing with anybody. I was just bringing up a subject that happened not too long ago between me and another reviewer. And I mainly was the one who was doing all the talking. He really wasn't paying my ass no attention, in which, I commend him for that. Not falling into the bullshit. I'm not a troll. I'm not nothing like that. But I had a personal opinion about some things that he was doing and saying, and I just voiced it. Well, I used to be. The new me is the one who's not passive aggressive. I'm gonna chew a piece of your ass off and spit that bitch out. That's just me. But it is what it is, man. Kenneth Cole, Mankind Hero, is a hidden gem, compliment monster. I've heard, I think Trey Sense, and y'all hear me say his name a lot. That dude is very underrated, man. People don't give him the credit that he deserves. He has a pretty damn extensive collection, nice stuff, a lot of cheapies also. But he's a cool dude, man, and people just don't give him credit. But I do mention my guy's name. That's my guy, man. I think he talks about Kenneth Cole a little bit. I've had one or two Kenneth Coles, and I wasn't too big on it. Just joining live. What's going on, Mr. Cheap Sense, and the chat? Ain't nothing going on, man. We just talking right now. The scent that I wore tonight is what I really was talking about, and it's from Axe, Oud Wood, and Dark Vanilla. And I'm sorry if it's kind of blurry. That's what I wore. And I'm not big on body sprays, but this one in particular, you don't really get a lot of oud in this. If you want a more extensive review on this, check out Ashton from Gent Sense. He talked about this a little while back, which is really why I bought it. I ran into it in one of our discount stores, and I was like, let me try this. And I sprayed it in the store, and I liked it. And that's what I'm wearing tonight. Smells good if you like vanilla. Not bad. I'm not gonna buy another one. I don't do body sprays, and this one it doesn't really spray like a body spray. It actually sprays like a cologne, but it's cool. Let's see why. And I'm finna bitch real quick. Why is it that I got 28 viewers and 16 thumbs up? Y'all need to hit them damn thumbs up buttons, man. Stop playing with my emotions. It was Chaos Fragrance channel. Yeah, I mean, let's see, Russell, deuces, bro. I have 3 more videos to finish. That's what's up, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, Baltimore big man in the house. What's up, man? Sam Broom original penguin nightcap is a great fragrance for $9.99. I saw that. I think I saw that in the video me and Georgia Gent did this weekend. I think I saw it. I started out buying penguin fragrances. I had like maybe 4 or 5, and for some reason I didn't see what everybody else started seeing. They were just saying that they were, these great fragrances, and I didn't get it. I wore the original penguin, the one that was in the flat bottle that looked like the skyline when the sun is setting. That was the original that I bought, and then I got the other ones, but I got rid of all of those. But I take your word for it. I haven't had nightcap, so I wouldn't know. I got Jimmy Choo, man. Just like you said, doesn't last. No more Jimmy Choo for me. I hate the fact that I'm like that. If I don't like something or something gives me a bad taste, I don't deal with anything else from that period. I've heard other fragrances from that house are pretty good, but I won't find out. I mean, I've smelled them in Belks and Ulta. They smell good, but I don't know what the performance is like. So, what's good, fam? It's Anthony from Facebook. What's up, man? Scent Quest, highly quality barbershop. Can smell really nice. Marshall's has Golden this month. Salvatore Ferragamo AE and AE Blue. Pure Malt. Yeah, some of the TJ Maxx's and Marshalls and stuff like that, we don't get a lot of the stuff that you all get upstate or wherever you living at. But, kudos to you guys for getting all the good stuff, and we're not getting jack. I see Scent Nation, they talking about finding Bond number 9s and all kinds of stuff, man, and we don't even see that stuff here. You ever try Stronger With You? Yeah, I have. I've smelled it before. I like it. I just don't own it. Centaur. Yeah, I think you can get a sample and just pay shipping for Zaharoff signature. I think so. Scent Quest, 100% honest scents. For 28. I don't have. I can't think of that guy's name. It's an older guy. He does the videos, and he's the one that hypes up that F9, and he actually has me wanting to buy that once I get some money in my pocket. I can't think of his name, but he always talks about best brand fragrances or something like that. If you know his name, put it down below in the comment section. But I like watching his stuff. A lot of people don't like him, but I like him. He's pretty cool to me. Tommy Mills, I'm subscribed to Trade Channel, and yeah, he a cool. Yeah, that's my guy. Hit the damn button. Yeah, hit some more of them damn buttons. We got 27 viewers and 22 damn thumbs up. I think I'm going to stop spraying my clothes. The smell is getting too hard to get. I've been stopped doing that, bro. At least about 2 weeks now. Not because it's in my clothes and it won't come out. I want to actually give you all my honest opinion on how long a fragrance lasts, because sometimes it can be going off your skin, but you can still smell it coming off your clothes, which is not an accurate reading when it comes to being on skin. So I stopped spraying my clothes. I just spray my wrists, my inner elbows, the back of my ears, and the back of my neck, and that's it. Let's see. Family got to get back to work, but hit me up about the Halston man, Amber. Yes, I am. I have to get together that list for you, man, so I can let you know what I got. I do want it. I have heard somebody say that it's not all of that. I think it was Sam Broom that said that it's not all that. I could be mistaken who it was, but I think it was him. But I have been looking for that fragrance. I think it's discontinued. And the people who did have it in the Facebook group, they wanted like too much for it, and I can't do it. Do you like any Tommy Bahama scents? Yes, I have Set Sail Martinique. I have Saint Bart's. I have Martinique. What is it? Maritime. And I think that's it. Those are the only ones I really like. The rest of them I've smelled like, I think, Very Cool and something else, and I wasn't too big on those. But those three are my favorite. Best brand perfume. Yeah, but I can't think of the dude's name. I can't remember his name. To me, he's funny. He has a somewhat dry sense of humor, but his videos are kind of entertaining to me. Trey, a cool dude. My bad, typo. No problem. I watched you and Sam talk about Happy Land signature. I got to try it. Yeah, Happy Land has some damn good bangers. I just wasn't fond of Cure Cafe because I'm not fond of smelling like coffee. That's just not my thing. I know some people are coffee drinkers, coffee lovers. I know Outlaw Frags talked about it and they loved it. I think they both are coffee drinkers. I drink coffee, but just not to that extent. Like some people, I have a friend that constantly is drinking coffee all day long. That's not me. I have to have the urge to want coffee. I'll make a little cup of coffee somewhere. I'll drink it, and that's it for me. So, was able to find a gift set of Stronger With You for $29.99. Bottle. That's what's up. Best brand fragrances is the channel. Not sure what his name is. I think his name is Christian something. I can't remember his last name, but that's who it is. Yeah, Christian O. That's his name. He is, to me, low-key funny. I don't know what other people think about his channel. I've heard some people say they don't like his channel and stuff like that. I mean, it don't really bother me. It's cool. But some of the stuff that he talks about, I don't know a lot about. And that's what intrigues me about other people's channel, because they talk about things that I haven't tested yet or I haven't seen yet. And that's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in people who are talking about the same shit that I talk about. That's boring to me. Is the older guy Daniel? No, I think his name is Christian O. Sam Broom, it wasn't me, but I have it. Yeah. But I want it just to say I had it or have it. Never would. Ava's in the building. What's up, Ava? I just watched one of your videos earlier. I don't know if you saw my comments or whatever. I think it was the fragrances that, you know, the memories and all that kind of stuff. And I commented on, I think I was like the third or fourth person that was in it. I think you also was doing a giveaway. I would have been all for jumping in the giveaway if that Lagerfeld was in it. But you didn't throw that one in, and I know you love that one, so maybe I have to get my hands on it another way. But I enjoyed the video. I like Signature and Blue Fire. I have Signature, haven't worn it yet. The other two I don't have. They didn't send me those. I think they sent me the Plum one, Cure Cafe, Home for the Holidays, Barbershop, and something else. I can't remember what it is. Christian O. Yep. Ava, I picked up 2 bottles of Scandal by Night for my wife. People sleep on him. He's one of my favorite channels. He has a lot of knowledge. Yes, he does. Yeah, my hubby would have a fit if I gave that. I like the opening story that you had where you talked about um, the presents getting stolen and all the stuff that happened to y'all when y'all were younger. That was funny. I mean, I like that. That was cool. I hate that it happened to you all. I was gonna say something bad about the person who did it, but I'm not gonna go there. Um, but anyway, I enjoy your channel a lot. I know I've said that before, and I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but you do have great content. Sometimes I don't tune in because you may be talking about something I may not be able to afford, but for the most part, I appreciate what you do, and very respected, Queen. Sam, your wife is gonna love you for that. I'm revamping her countertop. Thank you. You are very welcome. I wasn't really talking about much today, Ava. Um, I'm not big on body sprays, but Ashton from Gent Sense talked about this Axe oud wood and dark vanilla, and I actually ran into it a couple of days. Well, was it? Yes, it was a couple of days ago, and I was interested, and it didn't have any cellophane around it, so I opened it and I sprayed it in the store, and I actually like this. I don't wear body sprays like that. This one, I'm gonna spray it one more time. It doesn't spray like a body spray. That's a lot of freaking mist too. But this guy is gonna be pissed because his office is gonna smell like Axe body spray. But it's not a bad scent if you like vanilla. Um, so I will be giving this some wearings. I'm wearing it tonight. I probably won't wear it to the hospital, but I may wear it once just to see what happens. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You don't get a lot of oud. I'm not really a big oud fan, especially if it's like a dominant note. I wore a oud fragrance not too long ago, and that thing was dominant with oud, and I didn't like it. So you can always afford a decant. Yes, ma'am. Yes, she's a queen. I tell people all the time, you don't have to cop full bottles. Yeah, that's something I had to learn the hard way too. I wasn't big on decants when I first got into the game. I thought that it looked better having full bottles, and then I realized that I'm not a people person and I don't have people in my place. So who's going to see it besides me and my kids and maybe whatever female that I'm dealing with at the time? So it doesn't really matter now. So now I have a lot of decants, but it's mostly from people who send me samples and want my opinion on what they send and stuff like that. You ever smell it before? I haven't bought it. Indecence, thank you. Cessman J, what up, big dog? What's happening? Scent Story 24 Gold is probably the only thing with oud in it that I wear. I've heard a lot of people talk about that. I want to get my hands on it, but right now my money is just so looking funny. Sam Broom, Ava, I also picked up Lancome, YSL Libre, and Mugler Moose. I seen that Mugler the other day. Centaur, you people being pushy about your life. It is too much. I had people tell me not to use my hands one time too. Keith, I'll try to send you a decant of Halston. I think somebody sent me a sample of that already. I have to look back through my decants and see. I think somebody did send me a decant of it, but I still want the bottle. Moose's fire. I think it was in one of the videos me and Georgia Gent did this weekend. I picked it up and showed it on camera. I think I did, but I've seen several bottles of it at TJ Maxx. Kenny Benny, do you have any Dunhill fragrances? I have Dunhill Icon, which is to me very nice. I have Dunhill Desire Red Extreme, which is to me a very good fragrance. When I first bought it, that bottle is fire. It's that tall red looking bottle with the black flippy top. When I sprayed that, I have the original Dunhill Desire, the red. The extreme one is the one in the red bottle with the black top. When I sprayed that, oh my God, I fell in love with it. I've only worn it once, but I will revisit it. I think that's all I have from Dunhill. I understand the money thing, 3 kids, lots of child support. Yes. I don't let that part deter me because those are my kids. They didn't ask to be here, even though me and their mom and I should say, to say it correctly, aren't together anymore. We're divorced. I don't let child support. I'm not one of them guys who gets upset and angry just because they're on child support, and I feel like, well, you're getting child support from me, so I don't have to give you any money. That's not me. Because when my kids come to me for the summer, for spring break, holidays, or whenever they decide they want to come hang out with their daddy, their father, I spend money out my pocket. I don't ask my ex-wife, hey, you get child support money, can you send money with them? No, I don't do that. That's dumb as hell to me. They didn't ask for none of that. So my kids love me to death, man. And, yeah, that extra $500 a month will come in handy if I wasn't, having to pay it. But I don't look at it like that. Yes, I am on child support. Yes, that extra money would help out some. But, hey, look at it like this. If I was still with my ex-wife, the same money that they're getting in child support, I would still be spending if we were still together. So that's how I look at it. Yo, what's up? Big brother, big fan, man. Keep it up. Bill Ligon, I guess that's your name. Thank you, man. That's what's up. I appreciate you responding and still buying when available. Big ups, man. Yeah, I haven't changed. You get people who, when they hit a certain milestone, like that 1,000 subscriber mark, people start changing. And I still talk to the same people I was talking to when I had 30 subscribers. I still talk to the same people, the same subscribers, the same reviewers. I haven't changed not one bit. I still give you the real, the 100. Why change? I mean, sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is necessary. Y'all gave me hell when I was trying to change my damn name. You know what I'm saying? And that showed me that you all really do respect what I do and where I come from, and you respect my opinion. And, anything less from me will be uncivilized. So shout out to y'all for being the people that you are. Very supportive. I appreciate it. Happy Land smells like Scent Story 24. Same. My kids are my life. Definitely. I will go to the ends of the earth and back for them too. Nobody else was doing what I was doing with my kids when, they were small. And I would go to the parks. I would get on the slides. As big as I am, I would get on slides, swings. I would roll around in the grass with them. I would race with them. Whatever the hell they wanted to do that made them happy, I was right there. And my kids love me to death. It's not about the money and how much you spend. And dudes get that misconstrued. And I hate when I hear dudes say that, man, I pay child support, I shouldn't have to do. Like, come on, man. That's not right. That's not right. And it's not about the money. Just because you sending money to them, that doesn't mean that, you shouldn't spend time with your kids. Your kids, time is more precious than money. Those are memories they're going to have forever, as long as they live. And, for guys to be that stupid and not want to spend time with their kids just because they're on child support, that's dumb as hell to me. I could buy all of the Dunhill fragrances. Every one I've tried is good. Tried Dunhill Fresh. I had Dunhill Fresh last. I found it last Christmas at Bell's, and it was in a gift set. And that thing is fresh as hell. But I sold it to somebody. It is very nice, very nice. I liked it, but I just didn't keep it. I believe in passing the blessing on. If somebody can't find a certain thing in their area and I have it and I'm really not using it, I can either sell it to you or I can bless you with it. Like it doesn't matter to me. I'm glad you changed it back. My name, yeah. It's been with me since I first started, and I think hearing all these other names that people were throwing out there at me, it didn't it didn't stick. It didn't ring a bell with me. Like it didn't roll off the tongue right. And I'm just used to that name. Sent Quest, yeah, you sound like a great dad. That's for my kids to decide, and they let me know every time they call me and check up on me. Let me tell you, when I was going through my divorce and the female that I was dealing with after, well, during the process, I was messing with this other chick, and that relationship miserable for me. It really had me in a dark place. One time I thought about committing suicide. I wanted to hang myself off the balcony where I stayed. It was just that bad. And I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, but that's what I was going through at the time. And fragrances are what actually saved my life. If it wasn't for me going to the stores and watching these videos of people like Big Beard Business, Jeremy Fragrance, Ashton from Gent Sense, Redolescent, Steven from Redolescence, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. If it wasn't for all of these, it's a lot of them that I'm leaving out. Emitsu from Simply Put Scents, Tiff Benson. If it wasn't for people like that I was watching these videos and I was getting interested in fragrances, I don't know where the hell I would be. I was homeless. Nobody wanted to help me. The friends that I thought I had turned their back on me. My family would let me come and stay, but then days later they was kicking me out their house. Like I was down in the dumps, man, and I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. And fragrances literally did save my life, and that's why I have so much of a passion for it. But yeah, when I used to come back and forth to see my kids, when my ex-wife was already dealing with another dude, and I would pop up over there and see my kids, and my kids would be like, "Daddy, are you hungry?" Because they know I probably haven't eaten. I had just lost my job. I chopped off the top of one of my fingers. If you didn't know that about me, I did chop off the top of one of my fingers, and I didn't have a job. I didn't have no money. My car was broke down. I was walking, riding bikes in the rain, in the cold, in the heat. I had a Tahoe, and the chick I was dealing with, she took that back from me and started letting her ex-old man drive it. And one day I was riding a bike in my face. That's the type of shit I was dealing with. And my kids would ask me, "Daddy, have you eaten anything?" And I'd be like, "Nah, y'all ain't got to worry about Daddy. Y'all just do what you do. Daddy, you want a couple dollars to, get some gas when I finally got a vehicle? Daddy, you know what I'm saying?" That's love. When your small kids are trying to look out for you and sneak behind their mama back and look out for me. So I love my kids to death, man. Don't change, big bro. Keep it up. How long it take you to build your collection? What I have now is not all of what I had. I had well over 300 fragrances, which is not a lot. It may seem like it to some of you all who only have a few. But I've been doing this for a little over a year, I think. And that's about how long it took. And it's still growing. The more stuff I try to get rid of, the more comes in. I got, people sending me decants and samples and stuff, and they want to know my opinion on, fragrances. They value my opinion just that much. So I'm constantly getting Sensual Obsessions. He's sending me a package out now. I got more stuff coming. So, Sam Broom, is my bedtime, big bruh. I'll call you tomorrow. That's what's up, man. Kenny Benny, I ordered the new Dunhill Century Blue just barely. I can't wait to try it. Let me know how that turns out. We spend a ton of time at the park. I'm a scout leader, so we do a lot of camping and fishing. There's a lot you can do without that. Exactly. 24 gold ood last so long. Let's see, you've been through so much. Yeah, y'all don't even know the half, man. I think that's one reason why a lot of people started jumping on the bandwagon for Mr. Cheap Sense. Is I told the same story when I first started, and a lot of people would, didn't know a lot about me. And when people hear the story of me wanting to commit suicide, they think I'm crazy. People go through shit. I mean, it was a domino effect type thing. I lost my job because of my finger being cut off. And at the same time, I was wrong. I was cheating on my wife, in which she was cheating too. So I had that going on at the same time. I'm running back and forth to Atlanta dealing with the other chick that I thought was going to be the one. And the grass just wasn't green on the other side. That fell apart. That was a disaster. And that was the relationship that actually broke me. And, my mindset isn't the same when it comes to relationships right now. I know somebody's going to say, well, you shouldn't look at it like that, whatever, but that's just how it is with me right now. A lot of wonderful people have came into my life so far, and I just can't see myself opening up just to get hurt like I did before. That was devastating to me. I really did love this girl with everything I had in me. I would do almost anything for her. And just to hear how she would sit at home and tell her little friends, watch, I'm finna call him and ask him to do something or bring me some food, and watch how fast he come around the corner. And as soon as they hang up the phone, they would hear my car coming up the street, and they sitting around laughing at me. Stuff like that. Like, come on, man. You don't treat a person who's willing to give you everything like that. You don't do that. So, keep grinding, man. Yes, sir. Mr. Cheap Sense, I can make you a package of decants, but where should I send it? Probably not a good idea to give out my info, but being that I stay in an extended stay hotel, you're gonna have to find me. So you can just ship it to the front office. My address is let's see if I can link it. Well, and my phone about to die. Okay, take this address down, or my email address. Hit me on my email address. I don't want to. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. It's 110 Center Drive, Runswick, Georgia 31520. That's my address. So anybody who gets wind of this, I know somebody's gonna say, bro, you shouldn't have gave your address out. Well, it's a hotel. You're gonna have to find me. I didn't give you my room number. I just gave you the address. So whatever you send is gonna go straight to the front office. Once again, it's 110 Center Center Drive, Drive, Brunswick, Brunswick, Georgia 31520. That's my address. And if you didn't get it, then you can hit me either on Facebook and Messenger and ask me again, or you can email me at kcrook697@gmail.com. Once again, kcrook697@gmail.com. Any one of those, you can send me whatever the hell you want to send me. You can email me and get my address again if you didn't get it here. I'm open to any and everything you want to send. If you want to know my honest opinion on something fragrance related, I'm all open. Bro, Just like you look forward to hearing from the other reviewers that save your life with fragrances, I and many others look forward to your reviews. Thank you, man. I get that all the time. People message me almost every day and tell me how much they value what I do, and that I shouldn't stop doing it, that I should keep up the good work, and you know, all that good stuff. But look how far you've come, and you can only go higher. Yes, I believe that. Centaur, yeah, some people use others. I learned that the hard way. Yes, definitely. And I had to learn to stop allowing people to I look at it like this. She did exactly what she was gonna do. She saw that she had a sucker that was gonna do any and everything for her, that was gonna run back and forth and do whatever whenever she had to go to the she's retired disabled from the military. She PTSD and all that stuff. And whenever she had to go to the hospital, I took care of all her bills. I used her card when the money came. Obviously, I didn't have that kind of money, but I took care of all of her bills. If her kids needed something when they were wherever they were living, then I did whatever she asked me to do. And for people to treat you like shit after you go to the ends of the earth for them, that was mind-boggling for me. And I'm still not fully over that, because I don't understand why she would treat me like that. That was ridiculous. Sent quest. You do email. Yeah. Once again, it's KCROOK697 at gmail.com. I told you before that you need to shave the beard off. We're not doing this again. We're not doing that again. I don't know why people are so infatuated with my damn beard being shaved off. But you can find somebody else to go play with about this beard. Women love it, and it ain't going nowhere, so you can get over it. Go to the address. Perfect. Thanks. I have a bunch of Claiborne, and I'll see if I can find. Okay. Do you have a favorite perfumer? Also, what is your favorite fragrance house? Perfumer wise, I don't know enough about them. All I know is the guy, what's his name? Um Alberto Morales, Morales, something like that. I know I've heard his name before. I don't really know a lot of perfumers, so I'm gonna have to pass on that question. And a favorite house, I don't really have one favorite house, because I like certain things from certain houses. What it do, cheap daddy? Mama said there'll be days like yeah. Uh, Centaur, just a troll. Yeah, this is the second person that actually came at me sideways. This one dude, one time before, when I had a little beef going on, he was jumping in my comment section saying that I need to tone down my language, and I used to do the videos with my tank top on. He said put a shirt on and shave the beard off, and like, dude, this is my channel. I do whatever the hell I want to do. If you don't like it, you can take your ass somewhere else. Find somebody with the smooth baby face and go jack off in the corner to their video channel, not this one. Sorry. Let's see. Hurting people hurt people. They don't love themselves. They cannot love you. Morales, Alberto Morales. Yes. is one of my favorites. He is behind a lot of classics. Yes. His and Hers Fragrance Reviews. Hey man, how's it going? Hope all is well. What got you into reviewing? What got me into reviewing is the story that I just told. I don't know how much you heard, but what got me into reviewing is my actual last real relationship with this young lady. And she actually had me contemplating suicide. And fragrances are actually what saved me. Watching videos, like I said, Big Beard Business and a list of other people I'm not gonna name again, but just watching those inspired me to go out and start trying to find things that ease my mind. And going to the rack stores was very satisfying to me. Even if I didn't find anything, at least I was out of the house and not in the dark, soaking and stuff like that, pouting and moping. Then I started buying things and they started smelling good, and then the collection started looking good, and then I got that bug that everybody gets where they got to keep going to the store. I was leaving on lunch break, going to the store, trying to find that next fix. That's what got me into it. It actually did really save my life. I know people will probably shoot the shit to you and tell you that it did this and they did that and whatever, but this literally did save my life. I promise you it did. And I appreciate fragrances for what they are. Yes, my taste did change. I am into higher end designer stuff. I'm not trying to get into niche and all that unless people send me samples or whatever. But I love fragrances, man. I might not have the same passion as others, but I'm into it big time, and I do have a real passion for it. So big ups to everyone. As an additional dimension to life. Yes. All right, y'all. Well, I'm finna go ahead and end this because it is 10:45 and I need to get home so I can get my behind in the bed. Thank you all for tuning in. I know this was like almost an hour and a half video or live stream, and I'm surprised that a lot of people stayed in as long as they did. I know some people had to drop off, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you all once again. I'm going to continue to give you the real, the 100, my honest opinion on any and everything. Any other questions, keep leaving comments. You can find me on Facebook if you want to be friends with me, or just message me. You can video chat with me on Facebook. If you're in a store and you want to know something that I know something about, ask me. You can send me pictures of something and ask me a question. OK 1464 or something like that. You will find me. But I'm out of here, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace.